What's up, preppers? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about lovely, clear, clean, life-sustaining water. Now, there's lots to consider when it comes to water. Maybe you've got some bottled water put aside. Maybe you've got water collection in water butts and stuff like that. And I wanted to do this video. This was prompted by my review of the Ite Hill water reverse osmosis filter that I did the other day. And they sent me that through kindly enough, and it's a great prep. And I've just started to realize how good it is compared to like the Berkey that's on the kitchen counter that's huge. You know, it's not something you could take if you needed to bug out or you needed to travel. So I thought, well, water filter is a big issue and we need to discuss it, and we need to make sure we have contingencies in place. This isn't just for SHTF Teotihuacan situation. Down south, many times last year alone, there was boil water notices or water's not safe to drink notices put through doors. So people had to filter stuff, or they had to buy bottled waters. So these things can happen even in peace times. So what are our options? Now, water filtering can go from zero cost all the way up to quite expensive, depending on how much you want to store and how you want to process that water. So we'll start with the zero one. You can build a water filter. You can create one. I'm sure many of you did it in science class in school. Now, how pure this is going to come out, how drinkable this is anybody's game. It's a risk. This is mainly to filter down actual particles and actual physical pieces and physical dirt within the water. If you're doing this, it's a great way to do it, followed by boiling the water to make sure it's clean. That's your free way of doing it. Okay. The things to consider here is how you're going to filter it, whether it is using a method like that where you create your own water filter, or you could use materials such as a shamag, things like that, to filter all the pieces out and then boil the water afterwards. So that's probably I wouldn't say free, but the cheapest. But what you've got to bear in mind is boiling that water. That's either going to take up fuel source if you're doing it in the home or with gas or anything like that. Or B, if you're doing it outside in a fire, that's a smoke signal. Are you always going to be in a position where you can have a fire burning? That's the free option. There's no commission on that. I don't earn 2p off Amazon for that one. However, let's get into the stuff you can buy. So the first one is probably the cheapest option. Now, whether you get these from here or not, these are the Amazon ones. These are the Oasis tablets, 200 tablets, 8.5 milligrams, £5.95. And with these ones, one tablet treats 1 litre of water. So 200 tablets for £5.95. That's 200 litres of water. Average person, man, consumes 3 to 4 litres of water daily is the recommended. But let's be honest, how many of us do that? A litre or two a day will be survivable. There's other water in content you eat, like food and things like that. So just bear in mind, take them numbers with a pinch of salt. But this just single pack at less than £6 would do 200 litres of water. That's going to get a lot of people a head start. Buy 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs, you've got filtering galore. Now, they're the Amazon ones. I also recommend going to preppershop.co.uk or any other army surplus store, and you will find the military ones. I've got loads. They're all packed away, but they're little brown packets like that, little blister packets. There's 8 or 10 in there. Each tablet does 1.5 litres of water. So a bit more practical in the number that you need to get. And usually they're dirt cheap. So that's your options for sterilization. Now, if you've never used these before, if you've never done them before, strongly recommend pouring yourself a glass of water, a litre, popping a tablet in, letting it dissolve, following the instructions, then drinking it. because it does give it an unusual taste. I'm not a fan. And you need to know what that tastes like when you're using clean water. Don't do this test with some river water. Just do it with clean water out the tap or out of a bottle. Put the tablet in. You just need to know what that tastes like so you can identify that it's that and nothing else when it comes to drinking it in an SHTF situation. So, tablets, that's the cheapest one. Make sure you've got them. No matter what else you have, they're always good to fall back on. Next up is an interesting one. And I can't for the life of me think why anyone would do this. I'll put the link below anyway, because it might be something for you. I can only see it being useful in stashes. So this is emergency drinking water. This water's actually treated to be long life, more long life than just normal water in a bottle. And it's in sealed packets. And in things like this, you can get like a 3-day or a 72-hour supply. Now, this might be good part of a car pack. This might be good, like I say, in stashes. If you've got stashes or preps in other places, to have somewhere that in an emergency you could get in and you know you've got some water ready to drink there, probably could be handy in that way. Personally, I've not found a use for it, so I've not got these, but it's an option nonetheless. Now, very popular one next, and beware of cheap imitations. This is a Sawyer mini water filtration system. Lots of people swear by this, and people can rig up their own water systems where you've got a big bucket or a bag of water with a tube coming down straight into this filter, then out into a clean source. So you've got a constant stream of water, you've got a constant filter going on, using similar to what you would with gravity fed, like a Berkey or something like that. These are great. It's also technically a life straw. You could get down and just give it a suck and drink some water out of a water source. You're not going to get much like that. I would highly recommend planning it and filtering it into a bottle so you've got water on the go that way. These are great for get home bags, bug out bags, emergency car kits. Even if you've got something bigger to filter water at home, these are great for any kits like that. And the filter is rated up to 100,000 gallons of water. That's a mind-blowing amount. In other words, this is going to last you as long as it needs to, pretty much. So if you've got more than one, you're going to be sorted. Again, same with anything else. Practice, use it, test it. Make sure you're not in a stressful emergency situation the first time you use these things. Next up is a must-have for any prepper that plans to bug in. A must-have for anyone in the UK who's worried about potential water boiling notices. Anyone who just likes to taste water a bit cleaner and a bit nicer. And of course, I'm talking about the British Berkerfield gravity-fed water filter. Now, don't get me wrong. People make their own versions of this and they just buy the filters and the candles and they do that. And there's cheaper ways of doing it. If you so wish to do that and get 2 buckets and fix it all up and set it all up, great. For me, the investment, well worth it. They do up to 12 liters. I think there's bigger ones that you can get if you go like industrial size sort of thing. But I have the 6 liter and I want the 8.5 liter. I think that's probably the nice level. But depending on your family size and how much you're going to use it, then there's different levels. There's even a 1 liter one. But when the 1 liter one is £105, but the 8.5 liter one is £155, are you really going to pay £100 for a 1 liter one? The link that is in the description for this one doesn't just link to the 8.5, but once you're in that link, you can see all the different sizes and what they look like. Beautiful chrome finish and just a really quality piece of kit. Fully recommended to anyone, but not portable. So next up is our portable options. I'm going to just tell you that about the Hill one, the Hill reverse osmosis water filter. It splits the water out into wastewater and pure drinking water, and it works very quickly, filters through. The filters are really easy to replace, blah, blah, blah. I've done a full review video on it. I will link it up here in the corner now, so we don't need to say any more about that, but I will put my affiliate link down below and a 20% discount. Full honesty, yes, it's an affiliate link. All of them are. And yes, there's a 20% discount on there for you as well. So take advantage if that's something you're interested in. Another portable option is, of course, the Lifesaver jerry can. Now, for me, this has always been like the showboat prepper. The more money than, sense, not more money than sense, but, enough money to splash out on luxury preps. Because we're talking about a £300 jerry can. £300 jerry can. Basically what it is. And then when you look at it, when you get down to the nitty gritty of this, it filters 20,000 litres of water. 20,000. And you think how much the Sawyer Mini filters. So is it worth it? I don't know. Does it look cool? Yeah. Could it be handy? Possibly. But at 300 quid, I think this is just priced itself out of its own market. And it's only people that want to show off to their friends, or maybe have a single jerry can on a boat or a car. That's the kind of thing for this. I'll put the link there. That's entirely up to you if you've got a lot more money than me, if you're going to buy one of these. But just for consistency, I wanted to put that on there. So that's it as far as the products I would personally recommend or have personally looked at. There's many others out there. Make sure you check reviews. Make sure you test it. I got a Life Straw from one of these cheap Chinese companies, Temu or something like that, or I can't remember which, AliExpress it might be, I'm not sure. But it didn't work. Genuinely, it didn't work. Whatever was inside was just a way to slow down the water stream, because it definitely did not filter it enough to be clean. So be very careful of imitations, look at reviews, and test your gear. 100% test your gear. I don't care if you've got to get a Sawyer Mini, test it, and then buy a second one that's going to stay sealed for another emergency. Whatever you've got to do, test your gear. That's it. I really want you to think about water wherever you are. Don't take it for granted that you turn the tap on and it's perfectly clean drinking water. That can change in an instant, and not just with a Teotihuacan or SHTF situation, just in peace times and everyday life. So really think about it, and really think about the plan you're going to have if that tap stops or it becomes contaminated. Thanks for watching another video, guys. Hope this helped you in some way. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see you all in another video soon. Goodbye.